1,000 men's suits. And right now at Sermons, you can buy one and get two free. Not one suit, but two free. Buy one suit, bring two friends. Buy one suit, bring two relatives. Buy one suit, get two free. Bring your pastor, your boss, your teacher. Buy one suit and get two free. Sermons with 90 years of experience, carrying jeans, exotic skin shoes, sets, shirts, leathers, sweaters, everything for the well-dressed man. Buy one suit, get two free. Sermons on Randolph in downtown Detroit.
Hello, welcome back to Better Detroit Youth Movement. I'm Erica Green.
And my name is Anthony Branch.
And today our segment is going to be on how can we bring back our unity to build up our community.
Well, as far as bringing back our community, there's a lot of things we can do. And there's a lot that we all can do, that you can do to help us. We have so much going on nowadays, it just makes it hard for anyone to get it active. But we're going to start by focusing on our main goal today, and that's ways we can better our community. So before I go on, would you have anything you'd like to say as far as bettering our community?
Well, I think that when it comes to our unity, if we look back at how our ancestors and everyone was raised, they was built to be one. They took care of each other. It's like now today is you're for yourself. It's all for one, and it's not looked at as raising our community as one. We all together to look to do change, to do good. It's like everybody just falling apart to make their own opinion or to go their own way. So basically they're looking out for themselves, and that's where we have fallen apart, because we was a city and a community that cared about each other, that cared to build each other up when no one else would, or if we didn't have nothing to look towards. So it's like now it's just we don't have that anymore.
We don't. Actually, I feel the same way, because people don't realize the strength in numbers. And basically that's what we're replenishing in. It's like the more people you have, the more minds you have. And the more minds you have working together means the more of a better outcome. I see a bunch of things that people are lacking in today. One of those things is motivation. People don't want to help each other. They don't want to see each other succeed. And that basically just shows that you don't care.
We're going to take a call. Hello, Better Detroit Youth Movement. Hello? Yes. Hello?
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's a lot comes with jealousy, because we're so jealous to see someone else succeed than helping them succeed. Because if you can be a part of helping them, it's much better than you're being jealous and saying, well, I have no part to do with it. It's just that's them doing their thing.
And that's another thing. People, rather than just one.
Better Detroit Youth Movement, how may I help you? Hello? You were saying?
Oh, but basically, people, like you said, as far as jealousy, when you see someone else succeed, it says you should want to follow them. You should want to say, okay, I want to succeed, I want to have my own success. But instead they look down upon you, or they try to do something that makes you look bad so that they can succeed in a negative note. So, I mean, like, I've experienced it a lot. Someone sees me doing something right, and they feel that because they're following the wrong crowd, that I should be doing the same thing. And I'm like, no, I should do the right thing and you should follow me, because everyone can't be leaders. First you have to follow.
Want to take the call? Want to take a call?
Sure.
Hello, Better Detroit Youth Movement. Hello? Well, I think as we know, as coming from Detroit, times get hard, and
Yes.
we used to work together. We used to be a family, and now it's like we're just all individuals striving to make it somewhere. But I think we have a more greater chance of making it somewhere, being someone, and being known from where we are is working as one. We're gonna take a call. Hello, Better Detroit Youth Movement. Hello? Okay. One wise man told me, Marty Shelton, he was on here last week, and he said, why should you turn your back to someone and he said he wouldn't turn his back to someone. So he wouldn't want you looking at his back, so he don't want to look at your back. So it's like that was a wise thing to me, because I didn't think of it that way. Like when we become builders, we look at each other's face to strive to move, to make something together, to move as one, to work as a team. And it's like, I think that's what we need to learn to gain back. That's what we need to take a step back and look at. Sometimes going back to the past and seeing how things became successful doesn't hurt us. And I think we're so scared to look back to use change.
Yes, actually, another thing I once believed hearing, and it was the young people think of fun. So it's the young think of fun, but the older people, they think to mold you. They think to build you up and take you in the right direction. But while you're young, you're more so thinking of what's the fun thing to do. And when you're just thinking of that fun, you're not thinking about, okay, this is going to affect me in the future, which is where we go wrong a lot of times today. Young kids are out doing the wrong things, and then they don't realize how it's going to come back to bite them later on. And just that's where we double back to the fact that if you had a positive leader and a positive role model that we need today, then you'll see that this city could be much stronger. It has a lot of people full of knowledge and wisdom, but we're just not trying to embrace it.
You're right, but I think a lot of young people have a good mind, but due to they're always told you're too young to understand, you're too young to do this, you're too young to do that. If they're just having, they know they're young, they know they have much to gain, but can you just acknowledge what they know now? Like that's one of our we put a title. I'm young. I'm going to admit I'm young, and a lot of people tell me you don't understand. Well, help me understand. That's what I ask. If you can help me understand, I prefer you helping me understand than telling me I don't understand. How can I understand? What don't I understand?
Well, it's a lot of different parameters, but what I feel is some people actually, even when they're young, they're mature for their age.
Right.
So what you think they may not understand, they may understand twice as much as you do. And I've noticed that with a lot of people around me. You think, oh, they're just being idiots. But no, they don't know how to express the fact that they know more in an environment where they're forced to be put down as far as bringing their level of maturity down just so they can merge in with everyone else. But once you show them, okay, I'm very mature, you become that leader. And you don't have to follow after everyone else. And it's just to the point where, are you going to be scared to be that leader, or are you going to step up and be that leader and then someday be something and show other people what to do in the right way?
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.
Tuesdays, 9 p.m. on TV 33. Join me, Barry Ross, on Mixing It Up. We'll feature informative community organizations that will offer solutions to Wayne County residents in reference to employment, safety, and security within neighborhoods, job training, education, and mentoring programs. Remember, Tuesdays, 9 p.m. Join me, Barry Ross, Mixing It Up on TV 33.
Hi, Mom. Where'd you get all this Narcotics Anonymous stuff from?
Mrs. Owens had Narcotics Anonymous come and talk to our class about meetings that can help people stop using drugs.
Narcotics Anonymous.
Yes, please. Can you help me?
Call Narcotics Anonymous. We can help you.
How to bring back the community. Hi, welcome back. We actually have a new young person joining us, Martise Shelton.
Hello, how y'all doing? For those of y'all not know me, I was on the last segment show. My name is Martise Shelton, one of the spokespersons for the Better Detroit Youth Movement, as well as on the mentoring committee. I have the pleasure of being here today with two wonderful people and discussing the topic of unity in the community.
You want to start off?
What I feel that we need to start bringing back that old-fashioned unity that used to be inside the community. It was, well, back in the day, it was a lot of neighbors, and usually neighbors will look out for neighbors. You can have a stranger maybe walk on your porch, and the neighbor will actually say, if they don't know you, what are you doing? And kind of look out for the neighbor. Nowadays, you have neighbors sending strangers in neighbors' house. And one of the points that Erica had stated earlier about, actually, instead of watching your neighbor's back, I don't want to see my neighbor back. I won't ever want my neighbor to turn their back on me. So let's look after our neighbor instead of watching our neighbor's back. I feel like it's a stronger point. I feel like it is a lot more effective. Start and close.
Another thing would be that we don't think that when you turn your back on someone, it's actually affecting them. When you turn your back on someone, you're basically saying, I don't care, I have no respect for you, and there's nothing you can do for me, neither anything that I would want to do for you. And basically, that's another thing as far as burning bridges. When you burn bridges, you just basically destroy that relationship, and you never know what's going to happen down the line. You may need that person, they may need you. But if there's no bond, no bridge for them to cross over and meet you, then there's nothing for you to do. And that's where we go wrong today, where no one is able to reach back and find that person who once helped them and helped them to do the right thing. And if we just get back to that, those part of our roots where we were together and we did the right thing and we did it together, then we can bring back the unity in our community.
And things may seem scary. They may seem like, no, it's not the same. It's never going to be the same. It's the future. It's the present. It's not going to be the same. But it's you taking that step of making that connection, going and make that bond. A lot of things may not seem right, but we do them. We guys want to take a call. Better Detroit Youth Movement.
Yes. I just wanted to commend the group and ask them how often. Yes. Hi. Hello?
Can you turn your radio down?
Yes, I just turned it down. I just wanted to say greetings and peace to the brothers and sisters here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. My name is Sister Adelia Israel. I am a spiritual community advocate. I've done a lot of things for our young people, and I just want to give you all kudos today for doing your show. Now, how long has your show been on?
We started last week.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's fantabulous. And
Yes.
I really do respect and appreciate you taking that leadership position. Now, what school are you from? I missed that part of the introduction.
I go to Wayne State University.
High
Are
school.
you in media?
Yeah. We're a graduate of several different schools, and we're in different schools. And what you said your name was again? I'm sorry.
My name is Sister Adelia Israel. You can go on the Facebook and
Sister
go to
Israel?
Adelia's Zone.
Okay, one quick question for you, Sister Israel.
Yes.
What do you feel like we need inside of the community to make the community better? What do you feel like that we need to start?
I am a advocate for gathering people and putting on events. I've done business training for inner city adults. I've developed art classes for training for young adults and children. And it's not too many progressive activist technocrats in our town. Okay? People who are really changing things for people in our community. It's a handful of us. And it's hard work. But to see young people come in ready to take on that responsibility, all I can say is I do know that I ran into Legion, and Brother Legion is performing February 19th at 2 p.m. over at the cathedral across from Considine. And he is a gospel rapper, you know Legion. Are you all familiar with Brother Legion?
Not
actually,
me, no.
I'm not.
Well, I would recommend that you guys start melding into the movement of people who are out there that are doing things to help heal our people, because that's what he's about. And that would be something that you might want to go. I tried to find it online somewhere, but Brother Malik knows Legion very well.
Okay, great. We
Papa
definitely
Malik.
will research him.
That event is on the 19th.
Okay, thank you for the information and thank you for your time, man.
And you also pass the word and try to go by there and support that type of energy, for sure.
Well, Sister, before we let you go, could we ask you a quick question?
And uplifting, and you need to keep doing that kind of thing and talking like that constantly. Read all positive information that you can. Like Baba Malik has videos. You need to get them, DVDs. Look at them. Pass them out to your friends. We got to catch up with each other. I understand.
Thank you.
There's some African Center schools out here, too, and you all might want to go over there and start talking to them.
Okay, thank you for calling.
Right. Peace in progress.
Peace.
Peace. We have another call. Better Detroit Youth Movement. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes? Hi. Do you have a question for us?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How are you? How are you doing, you young kids? Hello, how you doing?
We're finding yourself.
And I was calling to ask you all a question.
Yes.
I had on the Martin Luther King's birthday, I was looking at the picture.
Can you turn your
of Martin
TV down
Luther
for
King.
us, please?
So do what?
Can you turn your TV down for us, please?
It's down. Wait a
Thank
minute.
you.
I am, okay. And I was in my room in my sanctuary room, looking at Martin Luther King, the picture that I look at all the time around his birthday. And my daughter, she came in and came right on in my room, and I was looking at the part where they were spraying they were spraying them with the dogs, and they was falling all over. My daughter, she's 10, and she stopped and looked, and someone say, let her look. And I let her look, and she said, Mommy,
Yes.
what are those white men with them dogs spraying them people with all of that water?
Yeah, I remember you
know,
calling
I
last
did not
week.
know how to explain it to her yet, and I want to know what age. She's 10, and I made her look at that part. She just happened to come in on that part. What age should they look? 10 years old. She'd never seen it. What age would they be to just look at that picture? To look at the whole thing. Can you tell me? Because she never had seen it, and she started crying.
I think now, cause she'll get ready to build the understanding of it, of history, of what it is, and if take parts, you don't have to show it to all at once, but if you take parts, certain parts, say, okay, this is going to be the lesson on Martin Luther King today. So if you like break it down up into groups for her to get the understanding, then taking the whole process in at once, I think she'll become more around to understand it of what happened, how it happened, and when it happened. So it basically becomes a Black History project, but it's not just for Black History Month. It can continue on like after Martin Luther King. Rose's Parks.
I just happened to be looking at it, and she happened to come in and stuck her eyes on to look at it. And I just wanted to know if she was 10. Would that be too early to show it to her over again?
No, I think this is a perfect time to show it to her because then she'll get an understanding. And I thank you for calling back again.
Thank you.
Okay, gentlemen. So some of the sources we came up that we think that will help build our community, to build the unity back to our community was get involved, not just youth, but all. It's not an age limit on to when you can get involved, how you can get involved. You can go to Youthville. Youth that's wanting to get involved. You can go to Youthville and get involved because they're always having activities going on.
Big brothers, big sisters.
Yeah, brothers, big sisters. There's a lot that you can do. And it's not just sometimes the adults, you go through a process to get you, but you're still able to give a hand. Even if you giving a word, you're helping someone. You may not know it, but there's always someone that's listening.
Yeah, of course, anyone who wants to get involved, there's always opportunities available, especially with the Better Detroit Youth Movement. Our doors are always open. We're always here for you. You need any assistance, or if you want to do and provide any assistance for your community personally, it's always ways that can be done. And you can always do that through our organization. We actually assist you and guide you through this process.
Well, you don't necessarily, these all are good organizations and things, but you don't necessarily have to be in an organization. Just the fact that you have years of experience over the youth, just from living, you can mentor them just off that. You know what's to come, what is going to be there when they get to that age. So you can show them, okay, this is what's going to happen. These are the mistakes I may have made, and I don't want you to make those mistakes. And just basically teaching the youth what mistakes can come about and what you don't want them to do, and just proving that, okay, I've made this mistake and I don't want you to make it, shows them you care, which is really how you get the youth, by showing them you care. Because when you show that you care for us as the youth, we in return feel that we can trust you, we can listen to you, and we basically can take in what you have to teach us.
And for youth, you can give a helping hand too, because sometimes your words, your stories can touch someone too, because they may not have went to it, and so they're looking to strive to help you, and you can help someone as well. Because I know I went through a lot, but I don't show that I went through it. I live to make a better. I live to make a change. I live to be me. And I think if we stop putting so many sad stories on where we come from, what our city is about, who our city is about, our city is our city. We love it. We are a community, but it's sometimes you got to be able to take care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself or who you is or what your business about, then if you fall, what happened? Like,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off. And sometimes we got to realize our city is only what we have made it. Or our peers and some of our brothers and sisters that came along before us have drove our city to be. It's time for us to make the change. It's time for us to stand up and do something different to turn the city back around. Like they said, it would never be the same, but it can be a new Detroit. So instead of trying to make it the same old Detroit it used to be, which would never happen, let's make it a new and better Detroit. Let's improve it. Let's patent a new Detroit and make it a new invention.
Okay, we're ready to take a call. Hello, Better Detroit Youth Movement. Hello? You're on the air. Hello? Okay, you guys.
Well, there's just basically, we can go on rambling a lot about different ways to help the youth. I mean, there's a lot we can do, and that's the thing. We have to cover those bases, and the parameters of it just extends a long way. And just getting back to as far as our city, I mean, we shouldn't be, well, yes, the old Detroit was great, but why go back to the old when there's a new day? There's always a new day. So why not try to make it a new, better? I mean, you know, there were mistakes made back then, which is why it cracked and eventually we crumbled. But from those ashes, we can build up a new Detroit that's going to inspire people to do the right thing. There's still going to be great people coming out of Detroit making something of themselves. And the thing is, we just have to put forth the effort to help those people succeed. I mean, everyone's not made to be a star, but if we can all come together as that village and groom them to be what they want to be and what they need to be, then I feel we are the stars because we groomed them to be that star that they wanted to be themselves. So it takes a village to raise a child. The whole village is not going to always do their best, but we can also help someone else to do their best.
Nicely said. We're going to take a call. Better Detroit Youth Movement. Better Detroit Youth Movement. Hello? Okay. So I think, like, we're known as Motor City, but we can also be known as the growing city. We can also be known as the one that made it out, made something of their stuff, because it's now that we encourage youth to call in. Like, we want to hear your voice. We want to hear what you want to talk about. We want to hear what you faced every day. How can we help you with facing that? It's like we want to hear your voice. That's why we're here. We want to have you to speak up, because if you're just sitting back, your voice matter as well. Since the day you was born until the day you leave here, your voices matter. Rights.
No matter what you have been through or what obstacles you have faced, whether you've been shot, whether you've been robbed, whether you've been raped, it's always another way. As long as you still have breath in your body and a chance to get out here in this world and still make something happen, it's always a chance available. It's always some help somewhere, and it's always people like us and the Better Detroit Youth Movement and churches and a lot of other organizations that is willing to be here for you on a day-to-day basis, or however you may feel the need for us to be here, whether it's a professional distance or whether it's a personal distance.
And that's really just where mentoring comes in. You find someone you have something in common with, someone you can trust, and that's where you find someone to vent to, because holding these problems in is not going to help you solve them, because you can get overpiled. When you get overpiled, you can't think, and when you can't think, you do things that you're not necessarily going to do when you're in your right mind. So just basically knowing what to do in a situation when you're about to crack helps a lot. So just having a mentor, having someone you can talk to, that'll help, and that's basically what we're here for. We want the youth to call in and talk to us, because the youth are what's going to be the future tomorrow. I mean, we can have the older ones talking to us all the time, and they say they want the youth to come out and, join. But if the youth are not showing their voice that they have, then we can't do anything for the youth. So by you not talking or not speaking up, we don't hear you. So we want the youth to call in and talk to us and do things of that nature that would make us, hear them, hear their voices.
Okay, join us next time on Better Detroit Youth Movement for another great subject. Taking a break. We'll be right back.
Peace.